Okay, so hi. I would say welcome back, but I don't think any of you have gone anywhere. I'm the one that disappeared for months. I really kind of don't know how to do this anymore. It's been so long since I filmed a video that, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just go ahead and start. We got some Christmas makeup. I'm very excited. I decorated for Christmas yesterday. It's now Christmas Eve. I've been busy. I figure we'll do like a little chit chatty. Get ready with me sometime later. I'll tell you what I've been doing. Mostly as I started school again, and I've been really really busy. So I finished finals on Monday or Tuesday morning at like 4 a.m. Turned in that paper and like done. And yeah, so here we are on Thursday filming my Christmas videos. So what have we got? I'm going to be talking about some of the Too Faced Christmas things. I have the Cinnamon Bear makeup set. I know it's really early to be hopping in with editing me, but as I was editing, I looked it up, and it looks like the Cinnamon Bear kit is not available on Sephora. It's also not available on TooFaced.com. So I have just I've cut it out of the video. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know. I felt like the video was getting a little long and it's not available, and I didn't actually demo the project. I just showed a picture that I took when I used it, and the short and long is I really liked the palette when I used it. So that picture that I took will be on Instagram if you want to see the look that I created, or just, go over and follow me on Instagram. That'd be cool. So I'll put that on Instagram. Throughout the video, I am wearing the blush from the Cinnamon Bear set as well as the Cinnamon Bear lipstick. I like both of those, but whatever. You win some, you lose some. It's not available, but good news. While I was looking it up, both of the mini palettes, the salted caramel and the gingerbread, mini gingerbread spice, are both on sale at Too Faced for $16. So, after Christmas sales are starting, so that's a good thing, okay? Cool. So that's what's happening. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the video. I have the pumpkin spice palette as well as the salted caramel palette. So I've been playing with these for a little bit. Even though I wasn't filming, I was still, playing with makeup. And so yeah, let's just go ahead and get started and do this little Christmas rundown makeup because it's Christmas Eve, and I felt like let's be festive and play with some Christmas makeup and have some fun. Okay? Sound fun? I hope so, because this is what we're doing. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started, but before we do, don't forget, hi, I'm Iftin. I haven't seen everyone in a long time, but it's good to see you. I'm back. Hopefully I'll be getting more content up on my channel more regularly, so if you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell. You know the drill. All that fun stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, so yes, we are here to talk about some Too Faced holiday makeup. I had a lot of videos planned to do for like a Vlogmas type thing. And I just, it took a lot longer to write my final papers and do my final projects than I thought. So, here we are. I really wanted to do the Too Faced holiday collection because I know Too Faced has kind of like a bad reputation with their holiday collections. I did get the entire like holiday collection last year. And I was applying for school last year. I couldn't remember. I was like, I only got like 4 videos done last year. What was I doing? That's right, I was applying to PhD programs last Christmas, and then this Christmas, I was in my PhD program doing my work, so kind of ran out of time there. Okay, but I did get the whole holiday collection last year, ran out of time, but even though Too Faced has like a not the best reputation with their holiday collections, you cannot deny that they are the most like Christmassy themed, adorable collections. And especially last year. I really loved the themes of last year. I actually am wearing this guy. The video I'm going to be doing tomorrow for Christmas is talking about like makeup from last year, but I am wearing this is the Star palette or something, I think. Anyways, I'm wearing these two highlighters today, and they're really pretty. I quite like them because none of the Too Faced things that I got this year have highlighters in them, and so I really didn't go crazy. Well, one, because I haven't, I didn't want to go crazy because it's very expensive, and I knew I wouldn't have time to do a ton of videos. So I was sort of a little bit selective in what I ended up picking up. So I did, of course, pick up the pumpkin spice palette as well as the salted caramel palette because I love these 10 palettes. These are fantastic. I've gotten these for the last couple years. Well, fantastic, we'll get to that. But I have gotten these for the last couple years. So I did pull up my palettes from the last 2 years. So there's the Gingerbread Spice palette. Now this was from holiday 2018. It's 2018's holiday palette. One thing they did do this year with the current collection is they made a mini palette from this like Gingerbread Spice palette. Like I know they had this gumdrop shade. I think they had this purple, a couple of the shimmers. So they pulled, I think, some of the shimmers from this palette. I don't know if they had new shades in it or if it was all just from this palette, but it was a very similar color story, and I have this full size, palette. So I did not pick up the mini Gingerbread Spice, but it is an option. I love the Gingerbread Spice palette. This is, spoiler alert, this is my favorite of all of these like large holiday 10 palettes. Gingerbread Spice, the OG original, is still my favorite. I think it's still the best. So it's the same quality, and I believe Emily Noel is so much more organized than I am, and she has like 3 young children, so I don't know how she does it. I can't even like handle my own life, let alone the lives of like children. But she does have a video. I will link that like in the description box where she did talk about the mini Gingerbread Spice palette. And I believe she said she felt like it was a similar quality or the same quality as the original. So this one, of course, is discontinued, although they might bring it back again because they brought this back once before. And then last year they came out, for 2019, they came out with the Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. Now, I did try this out last year. And I have not gone back to it. I've gone back to the Gingerbread Spice palette a couple times throughout the years. I really like it. This, I've never really gone back to. The color story just didn't seem as exciting. It was basically, warm neutral with a pop of blue, and I did not care for this blue at all. It's just, it's a shimmer, but it has a black base, and it's kind of like blue sparkles in it. It's not that great. It really is not fantastic. The other like warm neutral colors are fine in this palette, but like I feel like this is the one shade that like really sticks out and makes it kind of unique, and it's not very good. So this palette overall is fine. I just don't find myself reaching for it. So yeah, this was the Gingerbread Extra Spicy. And then this year they came out with the Pumpkin Spice palette. So I really do like this color story, I have to say. I am very much drawn to this kind of color story. I like it. I think I like this one and then the Gingerbread Spice palette a lot the most. The two I like the most because I really enjoy greens. I'm trying to figure out which way to hold it. I think there's more room to hold it on this side. Also, I'm low-key trying to hide my fingernails because I didn't paint them. So, But now I've outed myself. You can see how like I've been picking at them because the gel is like coming off, and as soon as it starts like getting stuck under my hair, I can't stand it, and I pick the gel off, and then they look terrible. Okay, so that's out of the way. My nails are bad. What was I saying? You see, I've been out of practice with this for a really long time that I can't even be coherent in what I'm saying. So this is the Pumpkin Spice palette. I really like this color story. I think it's very, very pretty. I love these like pinky kind of colors, like crisp is so pretty. You Spicy is gorgeous. It kind of reminds me, it's very similar to that gumdrop shade from the original Gingerbread Spice palette. That's right, here's a swatch of that. And then let me swatch the Gingerbread Spice gumdrop shade. Ooh, that one didn't swatch very well. It's a little bit darker, but they are similar. So this is the pumpkin spice palette, Use Spicy, and then this is Gumdrop. And you can see. Focus on my wrist, there you go. So they are very similar. And because I like the Gingerbread Spice palette, obviously I'm going to like this. I love purples. I really like Spice of Life, PSL and Chill. This Want a Piece of Me. This is a very, very pretty color. I love like these two greens, and then you have a whole bunch of like neutrals in here that are just, they're neutral, but they're just great base shades that you can use to kind of create some really, really pretty looks. So I did do a look with this palette. I did try it out. I will put some pictures that I took with the look that I created using this palette. I decided to kind of go the purple route because that was sort of the things I think stood out and were a little bit different. So I did use, of course, Spice of Life, and then I put Want a Piece of Me, this like shimmer. I think I mixed actually PSL and Chill and Spice of Life all over the lid. And then I put Fall Vibes, this kind of like greeny gold shade on my inner corner, which is kind of pretty. And I think I drug it underneath the lower a little, did I? Well, you'll see because I took pictures and I will insert them as I edit. I don't remember because it was probably like 2 weeks ago. And I was up for like 48 hours straight writing my final paper, so days mean nothing to me anymore at this point. I'm not even close to being caught up on my sleep, but you know, we got to keep going. But I did use the green and I liked it. So in general, my assessment of this palette, oh, and I forgot to say, this is $49, which is the standard price for all of these Too Faced large palettes, so you know, $50. I guess it's pretty standard for a mid-tier brand of makeup. I think that's a pretty standard price for Too Faced. In general, I did not care for this palette, which is strange. And I'm saying this with like the complete honesty that I've not used it a ton. I have used it. I've tried it out. I've tested it. I can compare it to the other palettes that I've tried from Too Faced, and this is not my favorite. And I think it's because of the shimmers. I like the mattes in here. All are very, very good. I think any mattes that come in these Too Faced like tin containers are quite good. I didn't really notice any patchiness, any, you know, there's always going to be a little bit of fallout, but that's also kind of my makeup style. And even with this darker purple one, I feel like it was a slightly hard to blend, but it's a very dark purple shade, and I didn't find it like too difficult to work with. But these others, yeah, they just kind of, they were fine. The thing that I hated was the shimmers in here. Now, I don't know. I usually don't have a problem with the Too Faced shimmers, but sorry, let me like clean up my fingers and I can do some swatches. The shimmers in here are kind of like, they're those like chunky shimmers, which, well, they actually swatch fine. These seem to be swatching just fine on the back of my hand. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess that's kind of the thing, is like you can't always tell with shimmers what's gonna work. Oh, see this one, this Oh My Gourd shade down here, this light kind of pink shimmer, it does not swatch well, even on my hand. You really have to build them up. What's the last one? Oh, Crisp is like a pink. So that's more of like a satin. Actually, this shade up here, this one is called Crisp. It's a little more of a satin than like a pure shimmer, and it looks pretty. But anyways, here are the shimmers. See, they look fine, like in swatches. I like these actually look really nice. I love the colors. Again, I love the greens. I love the purples. This is the pink one that took like 3 swatches to build it up. So that was the Oh My Gourd shade up here at the top. Like I said, took three times to get that to build up to any kind of opacity. But I don't know if you can tell, they are a little bit flaky. And sort of the problem that I had applying them to my eye was that I just didn't feel like they kind of got full opacity with the shimmers. Yeah, it just, they because they're that flakier textured kind of shimmer formula, which generally I like. I like a really flaky, shimmery shimmer. shimmery shimmer. Yeah, okay, whatever. But these they look good in the swatches, but when I actually was trying to apply them with my eye, didn't love it. And I, of course, use a glitter glue. The one I'm using right now, and I've been using for a while, is the NYX glitter glue. So I use this, tapped it on, and then I always go in with my fingers first with the shimmer. So, like, for the look that I did, I think I went into PSL and Chill first, and then I did a little bit of like Want a Piece of Me and sort of tried to like ombre the two together. So when I pick it up on my finger and like try to pat it on my eye, I wasn't getting that full opacity. It was kind of not looking super great. And then I went in with a flat brush. I don't know which one, but like something kind of like, this little flat brush. And then I always try to like, because I'm too lazy to actually cut my crease, like ain't nobody got time for that, and especially not me. So I just I go in with my finger first, and then I take a brush and sort of do like a faux cut crease where I just, make it look a little cleaner, a little sharper, the edge of where I put in the color. And it just didn't really work that great. And to be honest, I actually got creasing on my eye, which is unusual for me. It's very unusual. I do have hooded eyelids, so my eyes are creasy. But usually with my glitter glue and with the shadows that I have, I don't get like, when I get a line like right down the middle where there's kind of like a bald spot with like the creases and the shadows completely disappeared, that's not a good sign. And I don't normally have that. So I got that with this. I also got that with another holiday collection that I've been trying out, which, should I give it a little teaser? It's Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath holiday collection was doing that too, which is weird. Anyways, so this is not my favorite. So for $49, or $49, excuse me, for $49, I would probably pass on this. It's just, this is not the best of the best when it comes to these Too Faced palettes. The Gingerbread Spice was nice, but Too Fat is not there. I would get the little mini. So speaking of the mini, let's go ahead and talk about this guy. This is the Salted Caramel palette, and this is what I have on my eyes today. And can I say, I love it I love it. I love this look. So here's the actual palette that we have for the Nope, that was last year. So I have that right here. So this is this year's. This is Salted Caramel. But you can kind of compare it to the Hot Buttered Rum palette. The Salted Caramel palette is obviously much warmer than the Hot Buttered Rum palette. But I felt in general the quality was very good. So these were fantastic. I didn't have any issues with the shimmer at all. I used this shimmer today, but I haven't used this pink one, but I used the other like kind of more goldy one. And I think it worked really well. It looked really nice. The mattes were totally fine. They blended very nicely. It took a bit, I'm not gonna lie, this like dark brown shade that is Make Me Melt did take a little bit to build up that full opacity and kind of like when you go in, so I went in with like a kind of flat buffing brush, the M433 Morphe. So I kind of, I pat it on and then kind of start blending. It took a little while to be able to pat it on to get it to blend nicely, but I think now it looks really good. I don't see any patchiness. I think it worked really well. How I started today is I went in with this like kind of orange shade, and this is gorgeous. I don't have a shade like this before, and I love it. I really love this kind of like orangey yellow shade that is called Soft and Chewy. I went in with that, kind of over my brow bone, kind of buffed it out. Then I went into this cream shade called Ooey Gooey, patted that on, and then blended the orange shade like up into my brow bone to kind of create that fade. Then to be honest, I took both of these top shades right here. So those are the shades Drizzle It and Caramel Apple, because I honestly don't really see a ton of difference in either of these shades. So Caramel Apple does have the like little micro glitter, which I'm not a huge fan of. And so they look, why did I swatch these two fingers? I don't know. They look a little different. So Caramel Apple is the more red one. This one's a little more brown. They do look a little different when you swatch them, but on the eye, they look very similar. These two shades, they look very, very similar. And so I just took both of them and threw them in the crease And then I went in with this dark shade, kind of built up the outer corner, and then went in with the shimmer, which is Butter Me Up, all over the lid. That's what I did for this look. In general, I like this palette. I really do like it. I think it's very pretty. I've been enjoying this Hot Buttered Rum palette for the last year. This has been one of my most used palettes for 2020. So I'm excited to have this one. I like it. It's very warm. I enjoy a warm tone eyeshadow. If you're not into warm tone eyeshadows, you're not going to like this. You're not, because it's very warm. The only thing is I think it's a little bit similar. So the matte shades that you've got, I mean, you have this one which is kind of more orangey, then you have this one which is a little more brown, but it's also kind of red, and then you have this one that's like kind of more red. But there's not a ton of variety when it comes to the brown shades that are in here. Also, to be honest, the two like gold bronze shimmers are similar. So this one is Butter Me Up, and this one is Golden Sugar. So they look very, very similar. Oh, I have like a mess all over everywhere. Let me try to swatch them here. So you can see how this one's a little bit lighter than that guy, but there's not a ton of variety. They're not that different. So you're going to be pretty limited with the looks that you can create, which is why I'm kind of like a little bit torn. I want to love this palette. I do think it's nice. I think I will definitely use it, get my money's worth out of it, but I don't love it as much as I loved some of the other mini palettes, like this one from last year. There was the Sweet Peach palette from 2 years ago, and then the Sugar Cookie palette from 2018. Both of those were really good. The Salted Caramel is good. It's a good quality. So if you like these colors, it's only $27, so I think it's pretty good value. But just be aware that you're not going to be able to get a ton of variety in the different looks that you do. You're not. You're kind of limited. And I guess for an 8-pan little mini palette, I wouldn't expect a ton of variety. But here's the thing. I'm sorry, I keep bringing up this Hot Buttered Rum one. There's so much more you can do here because there is a red, there is an orange, there is like a light brown, there's a dark brown, so you could do like a totally neutral look. And then with the shimmers in here, you have like a light shimmer, you have like a gold, and you have a bronze. Sorry, that bronze was a bad swatch. See, you have like 3 different shades that you can get a lot more variety out of this little 8-pan palette than you can with the Salted Caramel. So, am I glad I picked this up? Yes. If you're going to pick up one, I would suggest picking up the one that I don't have, which is the little mini gingerbread one, especially if you can get them on sale because, well, like I said, it's Christmas Eve now that I'm filming this, and hopefully, if I can edit in time, you're seeing it. Things should hopefully be going on sale pretty soon, so if you can get these on sale, do it. Go for it. I would definitely pick these up on sale. I really like them. So that's my quick rundown. I actually really liked it. This was fun. I hope. Oh my gosh. I think I think a package was just delivered. It was really scary because I heard like a thump and I'm like, what was that? What's going on? But then I heard the gate close, so I think my package was delivered. I'm very excited. I ordered, actually it's from Sephora. I had a $100 like rouge reward, and so I ordered the new little mini palette things that because they came out with a whole bunch more. Too Faced came out with like 4 more of these like 10 little mini 8-pan palettes, and because I love them, I thought I'd give those a try, so I did order those, and I think because they were like free, I had my rouge reward, so I think that's what came. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed this collection. It's a much more pared down Too Faced holiday collection, in my opinion. There was a ton of other stuff. There was, of course, they always have the Ulta gift sets. They have, I believe the Cinnamon Bear was the Sephora gift set for this year. And then they had just all of those other palettes that had like the woodland animals with like gems and like tiaras, which they're cute. I mean, they're really cute. And I had to kind of stop myself and be like, no, you don't You don't need it. You don't need them. Use the Too Faced holiday collections you got last year. You don't need to just keep buying more because they're cute. So I did not get those. And in general, the bigger holiday collections are not as good. So I was more interested in trying out the more curated collections and like, you know, these 10 guys. But that's all I've got. I'm going to stop here and get to editing. So hopefully this video will go up while it is still Christmas Eve. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see how I do. Thank you for watching. I really have missed everyone. I've missed doing this. Yeah, this is fun. This has been fun. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Like, that'd be really cool. That'd be really nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I just appreciate you being here, watching. If you like me, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It's, why not? Just go for it. Just do it. Why not? Just do it. All right, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna end. I'm gonna get some tea, and I'm gonna edit. And I hopefully will see you all very soon. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. Bye.